sell like brittle or their special candies in, but we had people tell us that they had like just gobs and gobs of displays, and they did sell a lot to the point my father told them like, look, you gotta do something different, give me some more money, because they sold they did a lot.
Yeah, more than what
they thought.
Well, what they said they would do probably.
Right.
Do. So cool.
And the piece is called Talk to the Animals. And that's one of the, he did a lot of, my dad's a really, really funny guy, hilarious.
That's probably where you got it from.
My mom was pretty funny too, though. They're funny together. But he has done a lot of things, mixed media stuff with fabric, painting, drawing, silk screen. But I think that one of the things that he's most well known for is his texture and color and the complexity of the silk screen. Silk screen is, and it's called seriograph in the art world, but it's done in the same fashion that people make t-shirts. So every color is a separate screen.
Wow. So we certainly, your home or your 934 is filled with art, of your father's art. So it's really very beautiful. And we certainly, you will get to see that. We're looking at it now, the beautiful art of Rip Woods. But also here is some of your photographs. And you are a remarkable photographer. As a matter of fact, you did some wonderful work, not only for my Rites of Passage program, but you did a setting with me and my family. You did some portraits of me and my children and my grandchildren that were really wonderful. And you've had several exhibits. Yeah? Yeah. So we're going to take a look at some of your art, some of your photography as well. What inspires you most in regards to your photography?
Wow.
Okay, no long pauses.
No, no long pauses?
No.
Oh, okay, I'm sorry. I'll have to think about that because it's many things. One, I feel like it's a God-given gift, so that's inspiration in itself. My photographs are generally about capturing people, places, and things that tell the story of Black people, no matter where I go. So
we traveled to Africa together, and you got some incredible shots of when we were in Senegal. Right. Got some shots in Gorée Island, and some of those shots are being shown here as well.
But I think, you know, those two combinations is about enough inspiration. That's what. And sometimes I pause so long because when something is given to you like that, I don't know if inspiration is the right word to use.
It's a blessing.
Yeah.
You've been blessed.
So I use it and share it and show it to hopefully. It's for me. It's selfish. I have to be honest, but I also hope, or my goal or desire is to have other people experience things that I have experienced in their own way through what I've done, if that makes sense.
Well, it makes a lot of sense. And when we come back, we're going to see how much sense this non-cooking chef, she didn't cook anything for us, but we're going to still come back and talk to DeeDee Woods about her cooking. Join us. Welcome back to Focus. I'm Fatimah Halim, and I'm at 934 in Oasis in the middle of South Phoenix, right on Southern and 9th Street, with the owner, DeeDee Woods. DeeDee is a chef, a photographer. She collects incredible things from nowhere. God knows where you get some of this stuff from, DeeDee. I mean, I look at these tables, I look at these chairs. I remember this incredible armoire, we won't show it, that you found in an alley. And it was just,
oh yeah, that's not here.
Yeah, right. Oh, good. So, I mean, how do you find your stuff?
Okay, I think a lot of it, and that's a very common question that people like, where'd you get that? How much did that cost? Where'd they get it? It's like, you know, and how did you do that? And my father used to ask me, like, I'd find tools in the street or find stuff, and he like, that's mine. I'm like, no, it's not. I found it in the street. And he, But I learned that two things from him. We used to do the craziest thing, go to the dump and dig for antique bottles. Like, Daddy, we could have been goners. You didn't think about that. But looking for things, one, and know where to find them. And then as a photographer, that's my job, to see everything.
To see things with no one else
to see it all. So,
wow. And you have the most incredible pieces in here. I mean, pieces that should be in my house. And I look at them, I'm like, where did you get like this chair that I never saw? Because probably somebody's always sitting in it here.
The double chair?
This one here, right here. It's just, these things are just so phenomenal. And I think it's amazing how you find things in the garbage sometimes. It's like one man's trash is another man's treasure, for sure.
Love it.
You know, speaking of your father again, your father did was the only black one-man show at the Phoenix Art Museum. And as you said, when it wasn't popular.
Right, when it wasn't. And you know what, I need to make, I know Dr. Grigsby had a show. So, and that was much, much later, but I think my father was the first. And then Dr. Grigsby, I think, had a show probably maybe 8 years. I think it was his 80th birthday.
Right, I remember that.
I think that's what it was. So he's like 89 now. So about 8 or 9 years ago.
Yeah, Dr. Grigsby is another one. We got to get to Dr. Grigsby. I got to make certain that we talk to. Many of you probably know Dr. Grigsby. He is probably one of the only living artists from the Harlem Renaissance period. And he was also a teacher at Arizona State University.
And Carver.
And at Carver.
And then at Phoenix Union, too, after Carver closed.
Yeah, and an incredible man, and certainly an icon in our community, and we absolutely love Dr. Grigsby, so you'll be seeing Dr. Grigsby here soon. Tell me more about what your expectations are of 934. What do you see? What is your vision for your space?
One, I said that before, for it to be able to transform and to whatever it needs to be, really. Some of the things I'd like to do is a private club. We already use it for meeting space and entertainment, for a gallery space, a place for classes.
It's a gallery in and of itself.
But,
I mean, it really is.
Right. But I mean, so that we change out. I really would like to have a to form a artist group that we meet, do things in the community, but also show here collectively, like say it's 12 artists. There's been, I mean, that's a very common thing. Art groups, photography groups, that at the time nobody really knew anything about them, but they did. Now they're major in the art world. And their whole purpose was to come together just really kind of to support themselves. You know, as an artist, it can be a little bit difficult, especially in a place like Phoenix. So that's one of the things that I want to do, to have a variety of artists that show. I said doing classes. I want to do a retail space on the other side of things I like. So maybe some of the things I find that I don't want might find itself in there.
Can I get right of refusal, first right of refusal?
See it first?
Yeah, right.
We can have some exclusive showings.
One of the challenges I find with South Phoenix is the stigma. Unfortunately, I mean, South Phoenix is probably one of the most beautiful places. You're right here near the mountain. You have incredible people here. Every neighborhood, every area have their challenges. But do you find that people say, well, you're in South Phoenix, so I don't want to come down in South Phoenix? Do you get that?
Not so much. Not really. Not a lot.
Well, that's good.
And now they may say something to somebody else, but I don't hear it.
Oh, okay.
So,
is that the fist? Did you have your fist pulled?
No, not at all.
You know, and that's one of the things that we really want to let you know, and that is South Phoenix is a wonderful place to come, not only to buy a home, because there's some beautiful properties over here, but there's also a wonderful place to come. Obviously, 934 is an oasis. You have the Community Excellence Project over here, and there's some other wonderful things that are happening in the South Phoenix area. And it would be good to release that stigma, and 934 is really one of the many things